Hi there. My name is Maya Tillman. I'm a persistent specialist here at Avila University. Today we're going to talk a little bit about Microsoft 365 and then how you can use all the different tools that it offers to be successful while you're here in college. So, I'm going to show you how to get there first because that'll be the most important thing. And then we'll go through all the other cool features. So, if you just go right here to the Avila homepage, you're able to click on this sidebar, scroll down to quick links, click on current students, and then click on campus email. So this will just take you to your regular Outlook email account. So it's very cute, it's purple. You can see all your emails right here. And over here on this left side, and along the top part up here is where you're able to see the other features that Outlook has to offer. So the first thing, definitely your email. It's going to be very important for you to check your email very often, as that's the main way that most people will be getting in contact with you in college and after college. Whenever you do get a job, email is probably going to be the main way that your boss and coworkers and everything will be contacting you. So keep that in there. If you want to be cool and add like a signature, you can definitely do that. It'll be part of your settings up here. You can go in, personalize the way you want your mailbox to look if there's a certain way. But then if you do view all Outlook settings, there's going to be some other things like you can create rules. So that'll be you being able to organize your inbox. So if you are subscribed to a newsletter and you want all the emails from that newsletter to go in a certain folder, you can create a rule to say like all emails from blank will go into the blank folder. So that's a really great tool to definitely keep things from getting missed and have it all go into one place. Automatic replies are great if you're ever going to be out of town or something where you're not going to be answering your email. I know we've all seen those before when we've been trying to reach people. And so just lots of other things here. So that's Outlook part of things. And then you have your calendar, which is probably going to be the most important tool when you're thinking about college and just planning your day and being successful. So you want to make sure you put all of your different important dates and deadlines in your calendar. So you can just go right in here, and that is important. Okay. You're just going to go right in here and click on a day. Click on a day, and then it should tell you if you have anything planned for that day. If you wanted to start a new event, you just click on new event up here, type in whatever it is that you're wanting to do. Let's say we're going to have a meeting and it's going to be tomorrow at 8 o'clock, which is not really going to happen. So I'm going to discard that. But if you are scheduling a meeting with multiple people, say you have a group project, you can use the scheduling assistant, and this will help you with figuring out who is free and who is busy at what times. So you can add another person to this. You can just type in someone's name and email, and then it'll show you, is that person free at the time that you're trying to set the meeting? And then if not, you can kind of see when they're free and when they're busy. So that's using the Outlook calendar and the scheduling assistant, which will come in handy whenever you are trying to figure something out with multiple people. Yes, I want to discard this event. All right, the next big thing is going to be files. So this is a good way. So if you are doing a group project or just any sort of communication where you're attaching documents and sending documents to people, you can click on files and you can find all the different documents that have been sent to you and that you've sent in your inbox. So this is a great way, like, oh, someone sent me something last Tuesday and I can't find the email. You can click on files and see where the actual file is. Another great thing that I really like is going to be Microsoft To Do. So this used to be called Tasks. So if you've been using Outlook for a while, if not, it's brand new. It's called Microsoft To Do. And you're able to kind of plan out your day. So you can add in, like today, I need to update my resume. Boom. That's a task that I need to finish today. And I can just click it when I'm done. It'll add a little check mark and be marked as completed. There's things that you can star. So if it's something that's super important, high priority, you can star it and it'll be put there. If it's something that's planned, then that'll be just another way to do that. You can also flag email. So if you do get an email that's really important or it contains like some steps of things that you need to do, you can flag that email and then it'll show up here. So that way you can go back to it to figure out what it is that you need to do. And then here's my tasks. I put this in here as an example of this psychology class and just marked it as completed. So you can see if you do complete things, it'll be all scratched out with a check mark. So that way you know it's done once you've done it. Something I do like about Microsoft To Do is that you can do categories for your different types of to-do lists. So you can add a work category. So these are all the things you have to do for work. These are things you can do for your life. So I put laundry because that's a life, a home type of to-do item. And then you can put school. So that could be any sort of like exams, homework, assignments, papers, things like that you're able to do. You can just add a new list right down here where it says add new list. And then another cool thing you can add is the different kind of like steps. So say you have one big to-do item, but there's lots of little to-do items that you have to do in order to complete the one big to-do item. You can add that in here. So in order for me to pass my econ exam, I have to add in a step, which is going to be studying. And then, maybe I meet with my study group. So those are some steps. So you can complete little steps to complete your big task. You can add in reminders like, hey, I want to be reminded about this, later today at 3:00. Sure, let's do that. You can add in like your total due date. So then that way, whenever your total to-do item, your big to-do item is due, you can add that in there. And then you can add a repeat. So if this is something that occurs all the time, so say one of your classes, you have a weekly online discussion board that you have to complete. This could be something you can just do repeat every Friday at midnight is due for me to do this discussion board. So that's a great way to keep track of things. And then if you wanted to get real into like color coding and get really organized, you can add some different colors. So we're going to put it in the purple category because Avila's colors are purple. And then if you wanted to add a file, maybe this is the rubric for, this is an exam, maybe the study guide for this exam, or maybe if it's a different assignment, you can add the rubric for the assignment, any sort of files that would be helpful for you to get it done, you can add it right in here. So hands down, probably the best thing that's part of your Microsoft Outlook toolkit here. And then your other apps that you have access to are up here when you click the little box of dots. So you can do Word, PowerPoint. I'm not sure what SharePoint is. Sway is like a newsletter format thing. So if you are in a part of a club and you're the person that's in charge of sending out newsletters to all the club members, that could be something you can use. OneDrive is just like Google Drive. It's where you can upload and save all your documents into the drive, into the cloud, where they're safe and sound. You can access them from any device. Excel, OneNote is a great way if you just always have ideas or things that you need to write down. You can just use OneNote and save those things in one place. Microsoft Teams is a great way to instant chat and instant message with different people that you are wanting to do that to. So say you are in a club or some sort of organization, you can create a Microsoft team and then you can chat with people within that team and share files and all those other cool things. And then Microsoft Forms works the same way as a Google form. So you create a form or a survey, it has a link, you can share it with other people that can fill out the form and then you can pull up the results. So lots of cool ways that you're able to use all these things. So as a student here at Avila, you get the whole Microsoft Office 365 suite, I guess, just free of charge. So you can use all these different tools and access them at any time. So definitely take advantage of any of these things that I've mentioned. And if you do have questions, feel free to ask them in the chat. Oh, I forgot one. There's also notes. So the OneNote is one way to save your notes, and then there's just notes. So this is another way if you are really big on just keeping keeping track of like small things that you're thinking about, or this note that I have is things to come back to. So that's when I see something, but I may not have time to do it or read through it right then and there, and I can just save it in a note and come back to it later. So now that is all the different things you can do with your Microsoft Office 365 suite. If you do have any questions, feel free to put them down below in the comments, or if you are wanting some additional information or some help, feel free to reach out and ask questions, or go to the Microsoft Office 365 website, and there's little descriptions and probably a few different how-to videos on how to use each of the products within their suite. But yeah, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for the next how-to video on how you can be successful.